If you want news and rumors that appeal, welcome to the Dusty Wheel. If you want news and rumors that appeal, welcome to the Dusty Wheel. If you want news and rumors that appeal, welcome to the Dusty Wheel. If you want news and rumors that appeal, welcome to the Dusty Wheel. If you want news.
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. I'm your host, the Innkeeper, and this is our live call-in talk show all about the Wheel of Time. Now, before I introduce my guests and we get started in the Wheel of Game Time, spinning that wheel and just having a lot of fun, I want to remind you that this Watt Wednesday, this next upcoming Wednesday, I will have special guest Christy Lucier. She'll be on with me. We'll be doing screenwriting and the Wheel of Time. This is something really unique. We're actually going to discuss a fake treatment that she'll do from a screenwriting perspective of some scenes in Camelin. We're going to do that live. We're going to discuss what screenwriters think all about the process when they're adapting book material in this way to film. I can't wait to have Christy here with us. You'll hear more about that as we get closer to Wednesday. And then the following Sunday, we're doing our live adaptation series part 2 with my guest, Steve Cawthon. Some of you know Tylen's Toy out there is the creator of the hashtag Twitter of Time. He'll be our guest. Next Sunday, we'll be breaking into part 2, enjoying The Dragon Reborn, and figuring out just what we should keep or cut if we were in the writer's room with Rafe Judkins and we could make those decisions. So make sure you show up to both of those shows. Looking forward to those. But now, let's bring our 3 wonderful guests into the show. Welcome to the Dusty Wheel, you three. It's awesome to have you here. We have Recappa Sedai. Thank you so much for coming and showing up here again with us. And,
thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I can't wait to hear your opinions when we spin this wheel. And Jay from Randland TV Pod, thank you also for being here. I love your podcast. I've been listening recently. And what do you guys have coming up next? Do you have a topic that you guys are tackling next?
Yeah, we're tackling Egwene versus Elida, the two Amerlins. But
Nice.
Excited to be here. We love the show.
Thank you. I'm so glad you're here. And then last but not least, my good friend Brian the Gleeman from Barside Chats. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Matt. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. What are we talking about this week on Barside Chats?
Well, I think the next episode that we're going to do is going to be an exclusive interview with Taylor
With
to
Taylor.
discuss the Winter Dragon and the Dusty Wheel.
That's right. We're going to have Taylor on. We're going to actually sit down and discuss his work and just the fan reaction to the Dusty Wheel cut. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. I think by now it's been seen 15,000 times. Fans' reactions to it have been fantastic. Like I've said on social media many times, my favorite reactions so far have been like almost watchable, improved slightly. And I've told everyone that's reacted like that is definitely where we were headed with our Dusty Wheel cut of Winter Dragon. So yeah, make sure you check that out. And before we jump into the Wheel of Game Time, Recappa, what do you have coming up next? I know there was a little incident with the laptop. How have things gone? Is everything back? Where are we at?
Ivana ruined everything. She spilled cough all over my laptop. It was a nightmare. She's still at the Mistress of Novices paying for it. But we are back with a vengeance. Next one comes out tomorrow, and there will be tomorrow's episode is chapter 18 of The Eye of the World, where Moiraine faces the Shadow Spawn. I'm very excited about it. It's going to be fun. There might be some Legos.
There might be some Legos? Oh my gosh.
There might be some Legos. We might have a Lego cast of mini. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see.
Awesome. I can't wait. Yeah, if you haven't watched Recappa Sedai, you're missing out. Definitely go check out all of the links to all of my content creators here as my guests here. They're in the description. You can find all the material there. And so this is it. This is the Wheel of Game Time. If you've never been with us for one of these, it's our variety of game show event where we basically just have a lot of fun riffing off of randomly silly topics. Like, for example, the names Fail or her pet names for Perrin, we just ask our guests here to riff in the moment, and we just have a lot of fun. So if you're watching us here on chat, on Twitter and Facebook, if you want your opinions to be seen by all of us, jump over to YouTube. You can jump into chat. We try to pull in some of the comments from our guests there. And also, we'll turn the phone lines on here in just about 20 or 30 minutes. So if you want to give us a call, if you want to chat with our guests here, tell them how wonderful they are, or you just want to answer one of the questions we've already answered, you can give us a call then. Okay, here we go. Let's spin the wheel and let's figure out what we're going to be talking about first. $17. Okay, topic 17 is, this one's good. Make up a Wheel of Time in name, and can you top Easing the Badger? So go. Recappa, you got one in mind here?
Stabbing the cow.
Stabbing the cow. Way to riff on that. I'm not sure I can beat stabbing the cow. That was actually fantastic. Stabbing the cow. Okay, Jay, it's on to you. Do you have an in name for the Wheel of Time that could even top Easing the Badger?
I don't know if I can beat that, but I'll say the knobby carrot.
The knobby carrot. That's good. It's stabbing the cow and the knobby carrot. I'm really interested in what the chat's going to come up with here, because they always will come up with something. Okay, Gleeman down there.
I am not this creative. I'm sorry.
You're like, you can't beat the knobby carrot and stabbing the cow.
I don't think I could beat stabbing the cow. That's
No
brilliant.
one can.
The brilliant thing ever. I would go with we'll go back to my roots and say the camel's hump.
The camel's hump, yes. The camel's hump. Well done. I mean, I like how you made a call back there to your Fairyland name. I love it. I'm seeing some show up in chat now. We like to bring these in. Fluffing the novice. the smooth skirt teasing the eelfin. I like that. the glorious aubergine. I don't know how to pronounce that. Tipping the dragon. I like that one. That one's good. Yes, Wheel of Time end names, how famous they are. I can't wait. I'm kind of hoping Wadam Prime does innovate a little bit on these. Doesn't just give us the exact ends. I want to see some other end names that their writer room had fun with. So hopefully they'll take an opportunity to have a little joy in their lives and come up with some fun names for Robert Jordan's ends. Excellent. That was a great first category. Thank you all for making me tear up a little bit with Stabbing the Cow and the Knobby Carrot and the Camel's Hump. Well done. Okay, let's move on. Up next. Ooh, number 2. Let's see what we got on the list for number 2. I like this one. This one's interesting. Most pointless ter'angreal. Most pointless ter'angreal. For those in chat, let's see what you come up with. What is the most pointless ter'angreal you can conceive of? And Brian, do you have one in your mind right now? Let's hear it.
I do. All right.
Okay.
This is a ter'angreal that turns other people's pee blue.
Yes, that's a pointless ter'angreal. But I want to say totally pointless because I want to bring this up. That could be an awesome gag gift, right? Like, so I mean, it's pointless, but it makes a good gag gift.
I would take money for one of those.
Yeah, right. Pointless ter'angreal. Jay, do you have one in mind that you've come up with?
Yeah, I thought about Mean Girls, and I was like, a ter'angreal that tells you if it's raining.
I like it. Yeah, but see, these are all like. I mean, that one isn't. That's if it's raining. I like that. Like, not that it's going to rain.
Does this ter'angreal look like a window?
Yeah.
Yes, that'd be awesome. Yeah, so that is the most pointless ter'angreal, like a window ter'angreal that you can see through that will tell you if it's raining. I love that idea. That's a nice iteration on that, Brian. Okay, Recappa. Most pointless ter'angreal. Can you beat changing someone's color of their pee, or one that shows you that it's raining, basically?
No, I don't think. Most pointless ter'angreal would be one that turns whatever you pointed at into a model airplane. Just whatever you pointed at becomes a model airplane. And unless you want a bunch of model airplanes, there's just no use for that.
No, but see, I could see that. That's if let's say
it could be fun.
If you're like a thief, like you're a burglar, and the cops are chasing you, and you just turn your ter'angreal, and all of a sudden their car turns into a model airplane. I'm saying, that could.
I mean, as I said, I was like, actually, that'd be kind of cool. I would kind of want one.
Yeah, you kind of want one of those, right? Yeah, we should have come up with like most seemingly pointless but useful ter'angreal. I like that. I love the window ter'angreal that shows you that it's raining. That's fantastic.
There's a 30% chance.
Yeah. That's it actually shows you the
3 of the 4 panes are sunny and 1 pane is rainy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how you know.
I love some innovation here in chat. Beth Roberts wrote a ter'angreal that tugs your braid for you. Well placed. I like that. A makes water ter'angreal found in the wetlands. It looks like a pet rock. I love that. I love the idea, like a batteryless iPod Nano. Or ter'angreal that cleans the Dark One's taint, said Andrew. Thank you. Somebody had to say taint. We had to bring up taint into this conversation. Dion said a ter'angreal that tangles your hair. I like it. I'm looking forward to in the comments after the show when people go back and watch this. I'm looking forward to the ridiculous absurdity ideas that come up with this one. So these were fun ones. These were great. 2 great questions to start off the spinning the wheel with us. Let's keep going. Here we go. The window is going to get me, Jay, for a long time. I want one of those now. Okay, number 8. It is. Let's see. Okay, this one's good. Who would you rather be, Asmodean, Pater, or Elida? Jay, you gotta go first here. If you had to pick between Asmodean, Pater, or Elida, who would you rather be?
For sure Asmodean, because even though, spoiler, he dies early, he does live a full life and he's a super talented artist. And he's still really powerful to be a Forsaken. So no one wants to be Pater or Elida. I mean, maybe you do, but Elida has a Yeah, she gets the short end of the stick.
Yeah, and this is a good reminder for those that are watching. If this is the first time you've tuned in with us today, we're not going to purposely spoil the show for you. Our guests will throw in like a spoiler warning if we hit on something like that. We'll throw a banner up if we're about to have a long conversation about there's big spoilers coming. But yeah, this show will contain some spoilers here and there. I'm seeing a lot of people say Asmodean, which I think is interesting. Asmodean's a really evil dude. Would you want to be you're picking the kind of the going the evil way here and having done some really terrible stuff, like really, really terrible things. So, I mean, that's the question here. But yeah, of those three, I get it. Recappa, of those three, would you also pick Asmodean? Where are you at?
I mean, I don't feel like one of them is that much better than the others. So I feel like I would just I would probably go with Elida just because then I get to still live in the White Tower. Which, if I'm going to pick one of those three, I want to be in the White Tower. I mean, if I've got to be one of those three anyway, I might as well get to live in the White Tower and live my White Tower fantasy. So I'm going to go with Elida.
By the way, I love that you preface this with none of these are better than the other. That's how much love fandom has for Elida. That like Pater and Asmodean are all on the same level. I love this.
I mean, at least, yeah.
I get it. I mean, the White Tower, that's a good choice, but you have to be Elida, and it's it's difficult. It's difficult. Brian, are you going to pick our last option here, or did you pick one of the other two?
I'm not going to pick Pater. He's a kind of a doofus dark friend that doesn't really amount to much. So even if I were with him, life still sucks as Pater. We have Elida gets pretty humiliated, in the books. There's lots of bad stuff happening to her. And Asmodean, on the other hand, like, I don't know, he gets to live a pretty cool life and drink lots of wine. And okay, so he can't channel a lot for the last little bit, and death seems pretty painless. I think, I go with Asmodean.
You go with Asmodean?
He's powerful. He's smart. He's got music. He's talented. He's forsaken. He's one of the most powerful people in the world. Why wouldn't you want to be Asmodean as opposed to the other two losers?
Well, I think I'm not sure if Miss Sarah James is calling Asmodean this, but I would have thought of this as the Pete Davidson of Dark Friends. I'm not sure if that's Pater or Asmodean. But yeah, that's good. I like that. So I'm going to make a case for Pater here. Okay, look, Elida.
Very contrarian of you.
Yeah, I know. Elida totally screws up the entire world with her machinations, right? She completely screws over so many people and leads to so much chaos, right? Asmodean killed and destroyed lives and such, and for his love. Pater's just a dude looking for a job. Like, he's just a kind of blue collar dude that just, he just wants a place in life. He sucks at it, right? He's not good at it. He probably, let's be honest, he probably failed at a lot of other things, but at least he didn't screw over 7,000 or tens of thousands of people or destroy their lives. So of those, even if you were killed, afterwards because you sucked at your job, I don't know, at least you died knowing that you didn't ruin other people's lives. So of those three, I would pick Pater.
but the nice thing about these characters is they don't have to live with their decisions, right?
That's true. That's true.
Asmodean kills hundreds of thousands of people. Well, he's not going to live. He's not getting away with it,
Yeah, no, that's true. Recappa, you were going to say something?
Elida's the only one that isn't a dark friend, so she's not going to have to be tortured by the Dark One in death. And I'd be afraid of that too.
Okay.
That's actually a good reason to not.
Yeah, I mean, you're bringing up a good point, but he's gonna care about Pater? He's not. He's gonna let Pater just return to the soul pool. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
Can you imagine he just tortures Pater for the rest of the time? He's like, Pater, it's all your fault.
I want to ask chat that. Do you think Pater is being tortured by the Dark One after death here? Is that a thumbs up if you imagine Pater in eternal Dark One torture? So let's. I like that one. That one's a fun one. It's ridiculous and absurd as most of these are. But let's catch another wheel spin here. What do we got? 20. Okay, let's get to the end of this list. Okay, this one's good. How many of Nynaeve's private pet names for Lan can you make up in 10 seconds? Brian's already shaking his head. It's not going to happen. No pet names from Nynaeve to... Okay, Recappa. Pet names that Nynaeve has for Lan. Go.
Babe, honey cakes, homie, Lan the man.
Lan the man, I think is my favorite of that. Lan the man.
Oh hey, Mister.
that was
That's
Lan
her favorite. She loves calling him Mister. She's just like,
Mister?
oh hey, Mister. That's.
I like Land the Man that's going to stick with me after this show. I want to do like a hashtag Land the Man for sure. Okay, Jay, do you have anything that can beat Land the Man? Nynaeve, what would she call? What is it in these intimate moments that Robert Jordan didn't show us where she's calling him some pet names? What does she have for him?
My Borderlander stallion.
Yeah, Borderlander stallion. That yes, I think that is definitely I like that. I'm trying to think of like something to go with Malkyr, her Malkyr man. Yeah, there we go.
Malkyr man.
Her Malkyr man. Yeah.
I can't beat that. No.
I like it. Megan Middlebrooks just wrote King of the 7 Erogenous Zones. Oh man, that's a good one. I like
Swordmaster.
The Swordmaster. That's I mean, I feel like Nynaeve would be a little more creative than that. Come on. Something with a crane is what Rajesh just said in chat. I like Stabby Sword Boy, Leather Band Man, My Man Mailer, Raise the Golden Crown. Oh, sorry. Master Dodeka, Raise the Golden. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. My Magical Malkyrie. I like it. Yeah, Borderlander Stallion, Andrew said wins. I think that is... The King Cometh, the 8th Tower. Yeah, see, people like to go all in names here on all of Nynaeve's pet names for Lan. So, yeah, I love that chat likes to get into this game as we go because I feel like they have a lot more time that they're not on camera live, and they're like, I can be creative right in this moment. I like it. So that was fun. I'm guessing we're gonna hit a more serious one of nature. Let's spin it and let's see what we find here. My Lord of the Towers. I love it. Number 6. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so what Wheel of Time location would you like to take a vacation to in the Third Age? So you can't pick the Second Age. In the Third Age, where's your Wheel of Time vacation spot? Do you have one that's come to mind, Gleeman? Brian? No? Okay, Recappa, bring us there. What's your vacation spot? You seem like you picked one up.
I guess Camelin. I guess I'd want to go to Camelin and like
Camelin
do,
would be your vacation spot.
Kind of thing. I feel like there's the most tourism in Camelin. I feel like they have museums and things like they know how to show you around in Camelin.
Yeah, Camelin, I think that'd be good, especially like if you hadn't, if you're not like native to Camelin, that's a good cosmopolitan.
Right, it's fun if you don't live there.
Right.
It's the kind of place you really want to visit for a little bit.
Yeah, right. Jay, where would you want to go?
I would go to Abu Dar.
Abu Dar. Why Abu Dar?
I think it'd be fun. I think they season their food really well. They have a lot of festivals. They're not as inhibited as some of the other cultures. They show their petticoats. It's a fun place.
Nice.
I was gonna go with Abu Dar as well. It's when you flirt with the ladies, you're risking your life, and hey, who doesn't like a little bit of danger? So
I like it. Abu Dar, yeah, I've seen that show up in chat here. I'm surprised no one picked like vacation spot like a steading. Yeah, somebody mentioned that in chat. Like a steading would be pretty chill. Especially
sometimes you just want to get away from it all and no internet, no Wi-Fi.
No Wi-Fi.
You're in the steading. And you're off the grid. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, the steading's not a bad idea, I think. Although, can you imagine trying to like set up a tour in the steading? You'd be like, yeah, can we tour this place? And they'd be like, yeah, I mean, come back next week and we'll have that put together for you. Everything would be like I only have a week for vacation. I need to like go and see something in the steading. And they'd be like, yeah, you're a silly human. That's the only problem with going to a steading, I think, is I don't think the Ogier would be great vacationers, honestly.
I feel like they wouldn't want people there vacationing. They'd be like...
Yeah, exactly. They probably, I kind of wonder if that's just their shtick with humans, right? Like humans come to visit them and like, okay, everyone act like we don't do anything. go really slow. The humans will leave. They won't want to stick around here. They're done. And when all the humans are gone, they're like, okay, we can get back to the normal pace of life. I'm seeing Berlan for that Wild West vibe. I like that one in chat. That's good. Christopher Cottingham, of course, says the Two Rivers stay at the Wine Spring Inn and eat Marin's honey cakes. I mean, if you're going to vacation somewhere, especially as a Wheel of Time fan, that does seem interesting. I like that. And then Tanchico has or had a nice museum. Yeah, exactly. I like that. That's a good one. Okay, let's see what we got next.
What if we flip it a little bit? Like, what's the worst vacation spot?
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
What's the worst vacation spot you could take?
I feel like you have an idea of this. If you came up with this, what hits you of worst vacation spot? And you can't pick obviously Sheogul.
I was going to say.
Yeah, you can't pick Sheogul. So worst vacation spot.
I would say I don't particularly want to go to the waste. It's hot and there's sand everywhere,
waste, yeah.
And the sand gets everywhere. No, thank you. I don't like deserts, so I'm not going to the waste.
The waste would be, and the Aiel are kind of prickly about visitors. Yeah. So, yeah. Jay, do you have one here? Like, what was your worst spot? Like, you just don't want to go there.
Hinderstrap.
That would be kind of a
such
fun.
a good one.
That'd be a fun vacation spot, like a vacation spot. And I think they could do like cool tours to Hinderstap, from a vacation standpoint. Like
it's kind of like City Slickers, but with zombies instead of cows. You take a vacation to kill zombies, or you kill the undead, and then kill people, and then the next day you're back to normal. I think that's a great vacation spot.
It's like Westworld.
Yeah, it's like exactly.
It's like Westworld.
I love this. I love this idea. Okay, Recappa, worst vacation spot.
So I'm going to give kind of a weird answer. For me, it would be Abu Dar, because I know I would get myself stabbed. I would do the wrong thing. I would say the wrong thing to the wrong person, not knowing any better. And I would get into a fight and I'd be dead on my first day of vacation. For me, if I were in Abu, I remember reading those chapters being like, I never want to go there. I would be so afraid to live there or even just be there for a minute. So I'm going to say Abu Dar, but I get why it's an exciting place to go.
I like it. I think the worst place for me would probably be Mirror World. The one that they went to in the Eye of the, in the Great Hunt. It's just gonna be like really boring and lame because there'd be no one there. You get stuck in a Mirror World for a couple days, like the worst vacation spot ever.
Yeah. You
might have to deal with the Grom or something. I don't know. I would hate the Mirror World that they went to. That's what I would pick. Let's spin this up again and see what we have coming up next.
Somebody picked Val and Luca's Menagerie.
Val and Luca's Menagerie. You can make a case for both of the sides of that. Okay, I think we hit number 14. Let's see what we have here. So, when it comes to fan casting, here we go. I want to know your worst choice for any remaining character that has not been cast. So you can't pick anyone that's been cast up to this point, but you have to fan cast the worst casting decision you can make for any remaining character.
All right, I'm going to go with Adam Sandler for Ishamael.
Ishamael, Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so good. I like Adam Sandler, Ishamael. That would be pretty horrific. That would be a terrible choice. But it would definitely add one of those, I'm trying to think of the movie he does where he is isn't he the son of the devil, or he's the devil?
Little Nicky or something?
Yeah, Little Nicky. Yeah. When you say Adam Sandler as Ishamael, I think of Little Nicky. Yes, that is a terrible, terrible choice. Who else do we have, Jay, for worst fan casting choice ever for any remaining character that has not been cast?
Oh, gosh. No, come back to me.
Okay. I'm seeing people are having fun in this in chat. So yeah, let's see. Recappa, what's your choice here?
You're muted.
Oh, you're muted, Recappa.
What a mess. Story of my life. What else is new? Anyway, I was going to say Selena Gomez as Demandred. But then when I really think about it, I actually think now that's the only casting choice. That's a great idea.
Selena Gomez.
That's headcanon now.
Yeah, Selena Gomez. I can you imagine a singing Demandred?
Yes.
That would be awesome. I have to bring up the ones chat's going wild with this idea. I didn't realize this would be so popular. This is crazy. Honey Boo Boo as Avienda. Gilbert Godfrey as Ravine, Arnold Schwarzenegger as Asmodean, Kanye as Asmodean, Kathy Griffin for Elaine, Nicolas Cage as Amy's, I think, Donald Trump as Daemondred, Beyonce as Adelais, and Anne Van Dien. I like that one. That one's awesome. Nicolas Cage as Mordred, and my favorite I've seen so far, Andrew Dice Clay as Oliver. Oh my gosh, that would make an amazing Oliver. I'm totally in favor of an Andrew Dice Clay as Oliver. I think that would be fantastic. Did you guys see anything in chat that you think is worthy of calling out? I like The Rock as. Oh wait, you picked Jeffrey Bernard. Hopper, you picked somebody that's already been cast, but The Rock as Aram. I like that. ScarJo as the Empress.
Like Gilbert Gottfried as literally anybody.
Yeah. By the way, yeah, I'm looking forward to Takaraniads. They're like, I think they're trying to get Gilbert Gottfried to record I can't remember if it's like a sentence or two or what it is they're having him record. But yeah, be on the lookout for that. I can't wait till that comes up. Betty White as Lanfear.
Ooh, that's a great idea.
Nailed it.
Yeah, Rob Christensen brought that up, and I think he brought up Lanfear and Betty White because
Rob, we're supposed to make bad casting choices, not good ones.
Yeah. These are supposed to be good. Yeah. Jay, has anything come to mind as all of these ideas have passed?
Kathy Bates as Masana.
I'm totally into that. That'd be awesome. Okay, I want to know if chat's into this too. Kathy Bates as Masana. I want to see thumbs up or thumbs down for this idea.
Put a thumbs up.
I know. Throw your thumbs up for that one. For those of you,
anyone.
For those of you that are watching us from Twitter and Facebook, you may have come to the end here of our transmission over there, but come watch the rest of the show. See how the Wheel of Game Time turns out with us. Come over to YouTube. Come jump and chat with us. It'll be a lot of fun. But thank you for watching from Twitter and Facebook. And for those of you that are here, we'd love for you to like this video so other fans right now can join in the fun. And also, if this is the first time you've been with us and you've never seen the show before and you like weekly Wheel of Time live content, become a subscriber. It really kind of helps us wake up in the morning and think, like, what's the next show we should do this week? So we really appreciate it. Now, that being said, I think I'm going to read a couple more options here from chat before we move on. Paul Rubens as Grendel. I think drunk Mel Gibson as Morgaze. Wow. Yeah, I've seen a lot of love for Kathy Bates. So
Gordon Ramsay is the mistress of the kitchens.
No. I love that idea. That's great.
So
okay,
great.
let's spin this idea. Let's spin this wheel. I like that. Let's spin this idea. Works too. Okay, number 9 it is. Let's see. Okay, on this one we have. Now this one's gonna be tough. Here we go. Best first age Wheel of Time spin-off show. So you can choose any show that's already been made in the first age. You can come up with your own version of the first age, so a new show. But what would be the best first age Wheel of Time spin-off show and why?
The first age being like now.
Now, yep. So obviously, yeah, first age being now, like in our, pantheon of television history, you can pick one of those, or you can make up your own. But yeah, what would you call the best Wheel of Time spin-off from the first age?
I would say Gilligan's Island is actually a story about the Isle of the Madmen.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, Gilligan's Island as the Isle of Madmen is a great. Yeah, that's the first age Isle of Madmen is Gilligan's Island. That's a fantastic one. Anyone else? Yeah, sorry, Brian.
And then they rebooted it with Lost.
From Gilligan's Island to the reboot of the first age Wheel of Time spinoff is Lost. Yep. I like it. That's a good. That's well done. Jay or Recappa, either of you have ones come to mind?
I'm going to say Love Island is inspired by the White Tower and all the women constantly squabbling, fighting over warders. Yeah.
I love it. Love Island and its sister show, The Bachelorette, or inspired by Tarvalon and the island. I love it. That's fantastic. How about you, Recappa? Is anything coming to mind? New show, old show?
I was going to say the real Aes Sedai of Tarvalon.
Oh, yes.
Like do a real housewife.
Oh,
I mean, it's kind of the same. I just envision oh my God, we had a meeting at the hall and she didn't show up. I can't believe this. And just, really get into the drama of what goes down in the tower.
Oh my gosh, that is a fantastic. They should do that. The Real Housewives of Tarvalin.
Because there is drama.
That would be fantastic. I like Skeeterish put Big Wolf Brother. That's good. That's really good. Love Boat, a Seafolk story is what Hopper put in. I love that. The Facts of Life Novice Edition from Mandy Gold. Fantastic. The Beverly Hillbillies is the beginnings of Terran Ferry. So, I Love Lucy with Lanfear and Luz Theron. Oh my gosh, that would be so fantastic. I would love it. I Love Lucy edition, Lanfear and Luz Theron. I love these. NCIS Tarvalin. That's good. So Love Boat, the Tree Malking. Oh man, I love when people get in chat and start riffing off of these for us. It's fantastic.
We need to get Andrew to make some opening riffs, opening songs for each of these.
I love that.
Like the Gilligan's Island theme song is classic, and you could totally make a Wheel of Time theme version of that. So Andrew, I'll get on it.
Yes, Andrew, I think I saw him in chat. You need to do this. We need to have some of these, just like Marisu put To Catch a Dark Friend. That'd be really good. I Got Talent for Grendal's Slaves.
I Yield Ninja Warrior.
I Yield Ninja Warrior.
That's so great. That's so great.
So good. So good. Oh, man. Chat is... I feel like chat is they just sit there. There's like 40 of them, like 50 of them, 60, 100 of them, like coming up with ideas faster than we can. So yeah, fantastically said. I'm sure they're gonna come up with more. Let's spin it and see what we come up with next here. And I think we'll open the call lines after this next one if you guys want to give us a call and let us know what you think. But we are at number 16. Oh, I like this one. This one's fun. Lamest Sedai, Aja, and why? Of all of the Ajas, this is the first one you're taking a stance on. You're going to have to offend like a whole portion of people out there that love this Aja, but I want to know what you think is the lamest Sedai, Aja, and why. And I think Recappa should head us off here on the answers for this one. Your lamest Aja, and why?
All right. The lamest are no, I don't. It's the whites. The white Aja are the lamest. It's the lamest because, like, you know, what are you talking about? You're focused on logic. We're all focused on logic. Like, be a little more specific with what you're contributing to the world. I can't. But you know, I'm not white Aja, so maybe I just don't get it.
Yeah, you're just not logical enough, clearly. That's your problem.
I'm sure there's a logical explanation to this.
There's a logical explanation. Yeah, I love it. Jay, okay. White is on the table as the lamest Aja. Are you concurring with this, or do you have a different one in mind?
No, I disagree. I'm actually going to say the black Aja.
Oh, you picked black. Oh, that's good. I should have counted that out, but no, that's great. That's great. You totally picked the one. You don't have to offend any Aja lovers out there, except for the black, but who cares about the black Aja? So, black Aja as the lamest. Yeah. Okay.
I just
why?
think they could be so cool. I mean, I know they're evil, but they could be badass. But instead, they're really feeble. They screw up everything. I just think they're kind of lame. They're really ineffective.
Yeah. I love that you want them to. I love that you're calling out how cool they could be. Right.
I love villains.
I mean, let's point this out there. Let's throw up a spoiler banner here, Taylor. This is a quick spoiler. If you're watching us and you're like, shoot, I don't want anything spoiled, this will spoil something significant for the books. So mute yourself or whatever, turn away here. But I want to make a point on this one that Jay just said. When you think about Black Aja, it does have one of the members, our very own Varen, as its membership, and that is cool. So
that's true.
Varen makes a really cool, member of that Aja.
Yes.
So yeah, although she's brown, so that's really why she's cool. Yeah. So, okay, Taylor, you can throw that spoiler banner down. You can come back if something was. Hopefully, nothing was spoiled for you. You didn't listen there. Okay, Gleeman. We have the white and black here as the lamest. What's your pick?
So I'm gonna contest the black one because the black Aja, they're actually really cool because they get to be two Ajas. They can be red and black, or brown and black, or they're the multicolor Ajas. Okay, so they're pretty cool just because of that. Second, they can lie and no other Ajas can lie. So I mean, come on,
Ooh.
you know, you somebody said, "Do I look fat in this dress?" I mean, no. You know, Black Aja can do that. Everyone else says yes, and that sucks. So Black Aja is not my pick. The white Aja is pretty lame. I mean, their contribution to the world is like Sudoku and, you know, crossword puzzles or something. I don't really get it. But I'm gonna go with the gray Aja actually, because the gray Aja, they're supposed to be the political ones. They're the negotiators. They're the ones that go out there and, like, I don't know, negotiate peace. Meanwhile, there's wars everywhere. What are they doing? Why isn't there like a United Nations run by the gray Aja? Because they're not doing anything. They're just sitting there. They're like us these days, just sitting at home talking about politics all the time and not actually doing anything. So I'm going to go with the gray Aja. They're dumb. They're worthless. Everybody talks about politics. What do we need a whole Aja for? Let's do something else.
Interesting. Yeah. Do either of you want to refute this? Are you fans of the gray Aja as it is?
I'm a fan of the gray Aja, and I always thought Elaine probably should have chosen gray. And I think she would have been a great gray because she's so diplomatic. But I agree they don't get utilized enough, but I think that's Elida's leadership. I'm gonna blame Elida.
You blame Elida?
Yeah.
I will have to say I'm with Recappa here. I feel like white is an excuse for an Aja. It's like all the Aja, it's all the Aes Sedai that didn't want to pick an Aja. And so someone's like, if you don't want to pick an Aja, then just pick the one where you don't have to like pick anything. You can just be like, we care about logic, and that's it. And then you can just move on. So yeah, I think the white Aja is the lamest to me. This is a live call and talk show. For those of you that are watching, you can give us a call at 1313-TALK-WATT, 1313-825-5968. Do you disagree with our panelists about the Aja, or about, I don't know, where you would vacation or wouldn't vacation? Do you like or have an inn name that you want to share with us, or one of Nynaeve's favorite pet names? Give us a call, or if you just want to tell our wonderful panelists how much you've enjoyed their content, feel free to call us. We'll leave that call line open here for the next 30 minutes. So let's by the way, Joe Perry just said I'm disliking this video. I got to go back and find out why. I'm assuming he must be like a white Aja at heart or something. Just deal with it, Joe. Here we go. Let's spin.
Go do a Sudoku puzzle.
Was the Sudoku puzzle? Okay, I think we already had number 2. Let's we'll pick number 1 then, right around that. Okay, I love this. What unexpected hobbies do any of our characters have? So what unexpected hobbies, like the example given is Gareth Bryn can knit a mean sweater, for example. So in your mind's eye, not one that the book shows us, this is like a hidden, no one knows this hobby out there. It's unexpected. So does anyone have one in mind that wants to go first? Jay, yeah, okay, let's hear it.
Yeah, I have one.
Let's hear it.
I think Kel Vannon's hobby is ballroom dancing.
Ballroom dancing, I love it.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic one. Why'd you pick ballroom dancing? I'm kind of curious.
Because they're constantly describing Kel or Vannon as not being physically apt to be a horse thief. So I think the fact that he is so light on his feet, even despite his bulk, would make him a good ballroom dancer. So I like the idea of him just spinning through the ballroom.
I love that idea. Someone out there, our artists out there, need to give us a Vannon as ballroom dancer. I'd love to see that image. That's a great one. Recappa, does one come to mind here?
I think Semirog collects Pokemon cards.
So why do you believe?
She lives such a dark life. She needs a retreat from all of that. So she sits with her Pikachu and she just she's into that, I think.
That's how she retreats. That's how she kind of pulls back from the darkness.
It's her escape, yeah.
I love it. I can imagine Semiraj just kind of walking around looking for Pokemon at night, with her iPhone or something. Yeah, I can totally see that. And then, maybe peeking into someone's house as she walks by. And then she does some of her deeds. And then she walks back out and keeps on searching for Pokemon. Is that what I call it? Yeah, I love it. Okay, Gleeman, what's the unexpected hobby of one of our characters?
So I think Ruark is too honorable. And so I think his secret talent is that he's an excellent watercolor painter. And he has to keep it a secret because otherwise he'd get in trouble for wasting water. But he's actually very, very good at it. And the only people who know are his immediate family, and they have to keep it a secret too. So that's why they're all kind of really into each other. Anyway, watercoloring, Ruark. Yep, that's my pick.
Watercoloring Ruark. Oh yes, I want to see people draw pictures of like Ruark there. Yeah, it's like in some like cave that he found in the Io Waste that no one knows about this cave, and that's where he runs to go draw. And in the cave, there's like he hasn't told anybody. There's like a water source there, but he doesn't tell anybody because he needs it for his
he
painting.
needs it for his materials.
Yeah, exactly. I love this idea. This is great. Tuan, I'm going to bring up some ideas in chat. If you have an idea, secret hobby, and you want to tell us, give us a call at 1313-TALK-WATT. I like Tuan bakes cupcakes. Tom runs a BDSM group. Talmanes secretly reads romance novels. That was good. Gawain collects Precious Moments figurines. That's fantastic. Lan collects stamps. And Baildomon is really into Pokemon Go also. I like Lan is a comedian in secret. That one's good too. I like, and Elida can be nice. That's her hidden talent. It's her niceties, I guess. And then the last one, but not least, to our favorite dark friend Pater. He's a hardcore D&D dungeon master, apparently. I love that. That's fantastic ideas from chat. Well done. Okay, let's spin this up, Taylor, and let's pick another game topic here. I like Fail plays the tuba.
I believe it.
Or let's see, like number 22, is it? Okay, let's see what we got on 22. Oh yeah, I love this. This one's a great one. I can't wait to see what people come up with in chat for this one. Your favorite Forsaken combo. Okay, so let's say Wheel of Time on Prime. They have to make some choices in the writer's room. They have to combine some characters. Who do you think would be an awesome Forsaken combo? Like, they just had to pair them up because we just can't get all 13. So, do you have one in mind here? Who do you think would combo well? Brian, our Gleeman here, do you have an idea?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Demandred and Grendel. Because I think it would be really fun to have a skimpily dressed commander that's really flirty and really likes to have a good time, but can also command an entire army of people and also has an inferiority complex. That's why he has to compensate by skimpy outfits and lots of servants that look good.
I love the Demandred Grendel combo. I love this idea. I actually love seeing it like with Demandred, like definitely kind of wearing some of Grendel's outfits or something, and commanding his armies. I love this. That's an interesting combo. I like that one. Jay, do you have one in mind? What's your favorite Forsaken combo?
Maybe Semirog and Moghedian, because we don't really get enough Semirog, and I feel like maybe their plots could be interwoven in an interesting way. I think you're right. From who could they actually mix that wouldn't cause too much of a wouldn't upset the cart, if you will, a bit. Yeah.
And I think those are two of them that they could get away with. What would the name be of that character?
I would just stick with Moghedian and bring in all the torture and cruelty and history from Semirog. But
Semirgedian, yeah.
Semirgedian, yeah.
Mogaj or something.
Mogarage.
Yeah. Mogarage, yeah.
No.
I like Malkyr talks at Ishi and Lanfear. That's crazy on a whole nother level. And Agenor and Asmo creates the Great Trollocs Orchestra. That's a great one. So, Recappa, what are your ideas here? Forsaken combo.
Mine would be Taim and Demandred.
Yes. Wait. That's already what it is. What's we need a second person in this.
Well done. I think I did not see that one coming. That is perfect. That is a note to the people that are running the show that must be watching our extremely fun Wheel of Game Time this Sunday afternoon. Temandred is a thing, and I'm speaking for a very maybe small but hardcore portion of the fandom that would actually like to see that happen because it did. That's all I'm saying. I like some of these ideas here. Mogi and Ishi, they both suck at things and have cute names. That's a good one. Joe Perry's Semerdine is how he would have made that one happen. Balthamel and Masana. That's a good combo. I like that one. And Juanita Jackson did put in Taim and Demandred. Yeah, a little wink there. Yeah, perfect ideas. James DeRosa is giving you some props. Well done, Recappa in chat. Well, we do have a caller. Let's bring our caller into the show. It's Tim. Tim, welcome to the Dusty Wheel. How you doing?
Doing well. How are you doing?
Fantastic. Thanks for giving us a call. Appreciate it. And so which of the topics that's come up has been most interesting, or which one do you have an opinion about?
Well, I wanted to throw my opinion on the most worthless Aja.
Nice. Let's hear it.
And I have to say that I'm conflicted because some of my favorite Aes Sedai are from this Aja, but the blue, like,
Ooh.
what does the blue do? They go after causes, so does that mean they're philanthropists? I mean, everybody goes after causes, right? Like the gray try to make peace, the red go after false dragons or American Channel. Like they all have their own cause, so just to have an Aja dedicated to causes doesn't make sense, even though I'm a big fan of a lot of the blues that we meet.
Right.
So
yeah.
That's my opinion on that. And also, I just wanted to say, Recappa, you raise the bar on content creators. You guys are all amazing, but Recappa, you're. I'm so excited to hear that you're doing a Lego video again, or maybe doing a Lego video again, because it's. I can't. I've been pining for your videos these past 2 weeks that we haven't had them. I'm like, where is Recappa?
That's so sweet.
Anyways,
I'll meet tomorrow.
Okay, I'm so excited for it. Anyways, I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in. Love you guys.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. Appreciate it. Yeah, great call. Hey, thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah, so Recap, I want you to answer this because, clearly a fan of your content.
That was so
sweet. Maybe not a fan of your Aja that you.
No. So this is actually really funny because I am brown, and like right after I told everyone I was brown, I started dressing up as Moraine. So like, confused. but no, I actually this is. I mean, I like the blues, but I think I really relate to this because the point I take away is like the grays and the blues do cancel each other out. Why do you need an Aja that's in charge of negotiations when you have an Aja that's in charge of causes? Because really, what does that mean, being in charge of causes, if not politics and negotiations, other than just everything? Like, because otherwise causes just means everything. So I've always been confused about like, well, if I want to do negotiations, like if that's my thing, which I think it's weird, so many Aes Sedai are into that, but if that's my thing, I would join the blues, because the blues, like, why would you pick the blues over the grays if that's what you want to do?
I love it. So if you had to drop one, I'm going to ask chat this, and then I'm going to ask Jay and Brian this. If you had to drop the grays or blues in chat, who would you drop? And blue, you would drop blue if it's a thumbs up. You would drop gray if it's a thumb down. That's how you kind of signal that. So Jay, would you, if you had to pick right now, and you had to cut one of them, and one of them had to be, and you just one got subsumed into the other, which one would you get rid of? Oh, you're muted there. Oh.
The gray.
You cut the gray, yeah.
Yeah. I think the blues can do it all. Like Recappa said, if they're in charge of causes, why do you need a separate Aja to be, diplomatic?
Yeah, I feel like there's not a lot of love for grays here. I'm not in that camp either. I would say cut the gray. Brian, are you cut the grays here?
Yeah, I would cut the grays too. I think this gets into a greater point around the Ajas, that the whole system of Ajas is a little dumb. All of the blue Ajas are obviously, they're chasing causes. Like Recappa said, they're doing causes. They're trying to influence politics in the world, the same way that the grays are. All the Ajas use some form of logic in their, day to day. They all have to learn how to do things. So the browns, like, it's kind of dumb to kind of segregate everybody into different colors and say, okay, these people are only logic, and these people are only causes, and these people are only like librarians. And so I think this kind of approaches this unrealistic area of the White Tower that kind of where the metaphor kind of falls apart. You know, if you're looking at blue, like there's a lot of causes, not a lot of effect. There's I don't know where I'm going with that. I just wanted to make that joke. And there's just a lot of you look at the blues and like, okay, they're out there, they're like advocating for their cause. Somebody in chat said like they're the lobbyists to the greatest politicians. And I think that's a good way to put it. Like the blues are very much out there, like trying to advocate for their cause and try to accomplish their cause. I think it's unfortunate that in the books, we only really see one cause, maybe two causes. Like, you know, like where are the blue Aja out there that are advocating for more Dunkin' Donuts? Where are the ones out there advocating to get rid of Brussels sprouts? There's nobody out there like we're not seeing a lot of causes out there that are beyond like save the world, in which case the Greens are there to fight the last battle. So shouldn't they be the ones kind of going after the save the world thing? So I don't know. I just kind of feel the Grays are more useless than the blues, but the whole system is kind of flawed when you stop and think too much about it.
I love how this got really intense. This was it's like we should have a conversation clearly about the Ajas at this. Did that make sense?
Tune in to Barside Chats. And we will talk about
exactly.
We will talk about this in a future episode.
Do either of you feel strongly about this? Are the Ajas kind of messy a little bit with the way Jordan implements them, or do you feel like he does a good job of kind of like keeping it straight of like what is what and why they would have these separations?
I think they don't get equal love, and if we, like, say in the TV show, have better representatives from each of them and see them in action, because we just learn that the green represents the battle Aja because Egwene inquires, but otherwise we don't see them doing any exercises to prepare for that. It seems like the reds are the only ones who know how to, like, use it for action. So I think we need to see it in practice more to prove that it's effective and not like an arbitrary sort of separation.
Sure. Yeah, no, I think that makes sense. Recappa, you feel strongly like that? You hope that they in the show that they kind of give us more defined lines here and show the Ajas in action?
Yeah, I mean, I think Jay nailed it there where, you know, we don't get to see why it's useful to have a gray Aja. And if we did, I think might feel different. But like if they gave us one example of like, oh no, this is why we need them and why the blues can't do this. Yeah. And also, I mean, the same goes for the whites. Like if there was one moment in the series where it's like, oh, thank God we have the white Aja, but that never happens. So.
No, it doesn't.
I love it. I love it. I love what Rajesh said in chat. He said the blacks have more causes than the blue. Brian,
there was a Rubik's Cube terangrial that would unlock a secret weapon to destroy, you know, all Trollocs in the world. The white might come in handy, but there isn't one of those. So they're just a completely useless group of people. They just sit there and go, oh, well, 2 + 2 is 4. So
they should have devised computers by now, right? Something like that.
2,000 years. What's going on? What else is going on?
Awesome. Let's spin this up and let's see what else we got on the wheel here. I got the whole chat turned into this really deep Aja discussion. I love it. Number 6. Let's see what we got here. I want to go through this one. This one, what literary figure would you make a hero of the Horn? Like if you could pick a literary figure, who deserves hero of the Horn status? Jay, do you have one that comes to mind here?
I would do Ursula K. Le Guin, just because I think she's like such a mother of fantasy and science fiction.
Nice.
And she's one of my favorites, but I think like her work laid the groundwork for a lot of, you know, popular fiction that we see today. So I'd elect her.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to add a second question on this. What would be her like special power that she would come to the battle with if the horn was blown?
Oh God. I don't know. I think
that was a tough one.
Yeah. I can't think. That's really hard.
I know that was okay. I should let you think about that and come back. So I will let you think about that. That's it. Yeah. Sorry for putting you on the spot there.
That's okay. I have to think hard.
No worries. Yeah. Think about what that would be, and the other two have this opportunity to kind of already be thinking this route. Recappa, when it comes to literary figure, who would you nominate to be a hero of the Horn?
I'm gonna say Amelia Bedelia.
And why Amelia Bedelia?
Because I feel like the heroes of the Horn just take themselves too seriously, and they need someone in there who's just kind of the fun wild card, someone who's going to show up and like make puns and be silly and wacky. I'm like, they're all so serious. I just feel like they need someone fun in the mix.
I love
and
it.
Also,
so
Amelia Bedelia was literally the only literary figure I could think of in the moment.
So what would Amelia Bedelia's special capability when the Horn called Amelia Bedelia? What would she do in battle?
Well, people would be like, she'd run up, be like, oh, Amelia Bedelia, thank God you're here. Can you go attack these Trollocs? And she would mishear them, and she would start cleaning people's armor or whatever. She would just do everything wrong. But it would be funny. It would be funny.
I love it.
It wouldn't live very long during the battle, but it'd be fun.
I love the idea that there's a hero of the Horn that just shows up with everybody, but like is doing nonsensical things that's unrelated to the battle. But it's just like, I'm a hero, so I'm here. I love this idea. Okay, Gleeman, what would be your literary figure that would be called by the Horn?
So I have two, which is kind of cheating, but one of them's an author and one of them's a character. So the author would be, I think, William Shakespeare. He is the ultimate Gleeman for the entire history of the world. Like he's invented a gajillion words. He's got the most famous literary works in the world. I think he would just be the ultimate Gleeman. His superpower would be probably much like Amelia Bedelia, entertaining the troops while they are on their war and doing stories like that. So the second option I have is the second choice would be the Count of Monte Cristo. As a character, he's a badass dude who went from nothing to basically destroying all of his enemies using nothing but, just guile and determination and motivation and discipline. And if that is not qualifications to be a hero of the Horn, I don't know what is. And so I think having somebody like him as a hero of the Horn, he would just he would kill all the Forsaken's family and friends and then laugh over them as he stabs them in the face with a rusty fork.
With a rusty fork.
He would just dominate there. So the Count of Monte Cristo would be my character choice. So.
I love it. And I think Ebony put this in chat about Amelia Bedelia. She said her puns would come to life. I love that idea. That's her special power. I saw as other ideas like the 300 Spartans, which Miss Sarah James said, "This is Camelin," which I think is awesome. Yeah, like they just screamed, "This is Camelin." That's a great idea. Hemingway, he'd drunk fight anybody. Wow, that's good. This is a weird one. I was to say about Ursula would be have like powers of like necromancy, and so like it would be like a hero that comes back that can then raise other people to come fight with them. That would be. That's why Jay, did you come up with one idea? Did you have an idea?
I was thinking she could pull creatures from the mirror worlds into our world to help attack.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's she's just opening. I like the idea that she would have the ability to just open gateways into portal, mirror worlds. Mm-hmm. And I love that. That's a fantastic idea. I like that. Hermione Granger was somebody put up a superpower would be a bag that would hold any and everything. Just pulling things out of a bag. That one's pretty good. Although wouldn't that be more, you could go down the road of Mary Poppins there, bring her into, and you'd have Charlie Chaplin who could entertain and distract with silent comedy. I like those. Okay, let's spin this up and let's see what we come up with next. I love the randomness of these topics. It's so hilarious. Okay, number 8. Okay, so I like this one a lot. This has to do with the Wheel of Time on Prime show, and I'm kind of curious. I'm no chat. They don't need to be prompted here. They'll jump in. Your favorite non-canon alternate universe ship. So when it comes to, it's not a canon, who would you put together that's alternate universe, non-canon? Who do you like as a couple? Recappa, you got one? I was waiting. I saw everybody kind of smiling, and I was like, Recappa, let's hear it.
So this is actually, I'm talking about this on tomorrow's Will Talk, and I had never thought about it before this week, but I have recently become a fan of shipping Matt and Egwene. I said it.
Matt and Egwene.
Yep.
Matt and Egwene.
I had not thought about this till recently, and now I kind of can't get it out of my head. I'm not saying they should do it on the show. I just like, when I think about it, it works for me.
Matt and Egwene. Oh, okay, I have to know, why do you think that works? I have to.
Because if they're together, I'm not obligated to like Gowan or Tuon.
This takes away the obligation.
Fixes everything.
I like it.
But no, I mean, in all seriousness, I actually think it would be interesting to see them challenge each other and tell each other no. And, you know, I get very frustrated with Matt and the Damane situation at the end of the series. It would be very interesting to have him be with Egwene and have her perspective and actually be a part of the solution. Anyway, it's just something I've been thinking about. I thought about this because I just did chapter 18 where we talked about Matt might be Aemon. Anyway, they might have been together in past lives, so it's not a crazy thing.
Yeah, Matt and Egwene, I wouldn't have paired about it. I do like the idea that they would definitely challenge each other a bit. It would be an interesting pairing. I like it. I'm seeing like so many options come up in chat. They're really funny ones. Jay, what's your ship here? Your alternate universe non-canon ship?
I'd probably do Matt and Eludra. I always felt like they should have had like a playing. Okay, I could do a different one. I would say Galad. My other one was Galad and Valda.
Galad and Valda.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Yeah, I like the idea of them playing with this a little bit because they can, right? Like in the end of the day, the relationships, I think we've talked about this before, there's not really like a lot of key relationships that matter. What I mean by that, it's like, this pairing somehow changed the ending. It doesn't. Like, it almost seems random at sometimes. Like, like, yay, Swan and Gareth got together, hooray! Like, no one, like, that was cute, but not, not interesting. So, yeah, I like the idea that they could play with and have some, make some interesting relationships, compelling ones. Now, you said Matt and Eludra, and I want to make Brian choose somebody else. That's too bad. That's too bad. He got Matt and Eludra. What do you like about that pairing, Jay?
I always thought there was a little bit of like playful tension between them, and I think that it wouldn't be a serious relationship, but I think they respect each other. They like get excited by each other's ideas. I know she's like a little older than him, but that could be interesting. So yeah, I just think that they would have fun together instead of Matt just flirting and then getting married.
yeah, exactly right. I like this idea. And if you have an idea, feel free to give us a call. I want to hear your non-canon alternate universe ship here. 1313-825-5968. I'm kind of curious. I'm seeing a lot of people just answer it in chat themselves. Okay, yeah, I like him. I like Matt and Eludra. I think that could work too. That'll be an interesting one. Lots of Matts and related shipping of Matt, which I think is a pretty common thing. So now, Brian, that yours was taken, Gleeman, you're going to have to come up with something else. Who would be your non-canon alternate ship now that you can't use that one?
You stole my answer. Eludra is one of my favorite characters, so thank you. I'm going to go with... let's go with Perrin and Gaul. They are already like bros. They're already like best friends. They're already like trust each other. They have good chemistry. They understand each other. I think they'd be fun.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I could see that absolutely. I could see them actually going like that is one where I go, yeah, I could see the writers in there saying, why isn't this? But then you'd have to figure out the Fael situation. But yes, and there's not a lot of fans I think that would be necessarily against. I mean, maybe there isn't. I'm speaking for all fandom here, but Perrin and Fael, that wasn't my favorite pairing anyway. So I like this Perrin and Gaul. I love this idea. I'm seeing Rizal and Oliver. That's weird. What? That's okay. Wow. Tyland and Berlane, Semiraj and Taim, Logain and Rand. I think that one's just too close. I'm not sure I could get behind that one. That's Bayer and Dane. For real, not a joke. It would add real depth to the way that relationship ends. That's interesting.
I like that one.
Yeah. Tam and Codswain. Beth Roberts put in. Oh man, that would be. Can you imagine them arguing about Rand? Yeah, that would be interesting. Talmanes and Berlane. I love Moiraine and Matt. No, that's yeah. We'll see. We have a caller. Let's bring Master of the Deck into the show. Hey, welcome to the Dusty Wheel. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Fantastic. So you've heard the ones we've come up with so far. You've seen a lot in chat. Which one, because I think it's non-canon relationships, so which one's your favorite, or what idea do you have?
So I'm the resident Wheel of Time shipper. I couldn't not call into this conversation.
I figured you would.
I love being predictable. First off, shout out to the Gleeman for mentioning Perrin and Gaul. They're adorable, and I will sail that ship into the sunset. But my preferred, I'm a Matt and Rand person.
Matt and Rand.
Rand.
Okay, so what is it you like about that pairing? That one never, and maybe it's just that kind of like that whole like I grew up around really close friends, and it's like as a person that never would have hit me from my close friends. So yeah, why Matt and Rand?
Well, I think about the road to Camelin a lot, and they kind of hit every trope in the books just on the way to Camelin alone. There was the hurt and comfort, the cuddling for warmth, sleeping under hedges, probably only sharing one bed, all of that stuff. But
gotcha.
I'm kind of here for the sort of the tragedy of that relationship as well. They have known each other forever, and then Rand discovers something new about himself, and Matt freaks out about it. So, a little bit of the whoomp added to my headcanons here.
Your headcanon, I like it. I like. So, anyone else on the panel like this idea of Matt and Rand? Anyone coming to the table with this? I think this would be a fun ship.
I think it's great. I love it. It's definitely not something that I, on reading the books, was like, oh, that's where that's going. But I love the idea of it. I'd be thrilled to see it. But I would also like to see it as, like was said, maybe it falls apart because it is something that they're discovering themselves. And I think that, this is a coming of age story in some ways. And I think that we don't get that much of the boys together. So if we were to get a little bit of that, it could be really interesting. And yeah, I'm definitely all for the boys exploring.
I like it. Match of the deck, as always. Fantastic ideas. Appreciate you calling in. Is there any other, before we let you go, is there any other topic that we've covered today where we didn't bring up the answer you think we should have? For example, like Watt vacationing or I'm trying to think of, best show when it comes to the first age, like a Watt spinoff show. Did you have any ideas there that you should share?
I would say that the Aja that we should get rid of is the green.
The green. Ooh, okay. So why would
green.
you get rid of the green? Yeah, let's hear it.
Well, they're pretty useless, aren't they? I mean, for being the battle Aja, what have they been doing for the last 1,000 years? Why aren't there a bunch of greens stationed at the Blight? I mean, if we look at the last battle, it wasn't just the greens that were fighting. Everybody was fighting. So if you're going to battle train all of your Ajas, then why do you need the ones that are specifically battle trained, especially if they're not actually fighting anybody?
So I'm going to totally agree with you. The fact that they don't have green Aja stationed places in the world where they're hot spots, like that there aren't like a whole contingent of green Ajas sitting in Faldara doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Let's
just be honest. The greens are just the horny Aja.
It's like, we're here for the battle. That's what we're here for. Or the warders. That's what we're talking about. I love it.
Well, I think that's interesting that Robert Jordan associated, I guess, like battle with the warders and not necessarily the Aes Sedai, right? So the reason, the special superpower that the Greens have is that they can have more than one warder, right? Like, so from his perspective, being battle ready means being a woman surrounded by a bunch of dudes.
Little Robert Jordan riff there.
Yeah, so I don't know. What does that tell us about our favorite author here? I don't know.
I think Robert Jordan, he set up this dichotomy. If you love men, you join the green. If you hate men, you join the red. And I think both of those ideas are stupid.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they. But it'd be interesting to see if they actually follow through with that, right? Like add those strange dichotomies that really separate things. That because at the same time, like he often liked to put in the thing that like worked against the dichotomy, the stereotype in his own books, where yes, supposedly everyone is this one thing, and then they're not. So he did mix it up a little bit, but I wonder how the writers will take that. I wonder if they'll break that, or if they'll basically have people think that those things exist, but also then write in that it doesn't, that it kind of counters a stereotype. So Master the Deck, as always, great ideas, great thoughts. Appreciate the call in, and we'll talk to you soon.
For sure, Matt. Bye.
Yep. Bye-bye. I think we have one more caller coming in, and then we'll take this last call, and then we'll spin the wheel here just as they set up. They kind of check in. Let's jump to another question here. It's like the 1920. Okay, so this one's fun. This one I actually saw on Twitter. I think this is from Miss Sarah James. It's detailed. Entering the fourth age, the real estate market is in flux. What's the location where you would most want to invest your real estate dollars? Keep in mind the importance of gateways to this question, okay? Fourth age, real estate market, kind of wondering where to invest. I'm seeing some shaking of heads here. Recappa, it seems like you have an idea. Do you want to tell us where your investment would go first?
Manetheren. Two Rivers.
Two Rivers.
Coming. Come on.
Yeah, that's
coming. I mean, either that or, well, no, yeah, that's my answer, Manetheren.
Yeah. I love that. I hadn't thought about it until you said that. Like, that makes so much sense just from how popular those people will be. Right? Like,
exactly. They're the new it place, so.
Yeah, it was.
I feel like if you're going to invest, that's where you want to invest.
And maybe on the road to the Two Rivers, right? So anything on its way to the Two Rivers, you're going to want to buy up some land, You're going to want some stop-ins. I love that idea. Fantastic idea. Brian, I saw you shaking your head. What do you got here? Where would you invest?
Ruidian. That place is empty.
Yeah,
there's all kinds of great art. There's all kinds of great buildings and architecture that's just ripe to be renovated. They've got a water source out there. There are no noisy neighbors. It's in the middle of a desert. It is a little oasis, so it's beautiful and all that stuff. And because we do have gateways, you can get there pretty easily. You don't have to trek across a huge desert to do it. So my choice is Ruidian. I think that's a great place to go retire.
I mean, from a vacation spot perspective, I'm sure there'll be the Terangreal there. We'll get some back.
Go visit your ancestors, walk through, maybe come back alive. Maybe don't.
Yeah, I like it. Ruidian and Manetheren. Wow, yeah, great options. Jay, what do you got for us between those two? Where else would you invest in real estate in the fourth age?
Well, I do agree with Brian, but I'll go somewhere else. But I would say probably Shanshan territory, Amadicia, and Altara, because I think I'm going to be able to buy some really cheap land, and then I know the Shanshan are good to fix it up. So it'll be worth more later.
That's an interesting choice because more of the Shanshan are coming, right? They have a huge populace and expecting a huge influx of people from an investment standpoint. Yeah. These are great. I honestly, when I saw this question, I was like, I have no idea. I have no idea. But now you three you've come up with fantastic ideas. I love these. I'm seeing some ideas in chat. Opportunity in Thakandar. I love that. Sheogal. That's that could be a vacation spot for some, or a tourist location. I like the close to the Black Tower. Makes a lot of sense. Land around the Black Tower would be really smart investment. These are fantastic ideas. Such a great question. Thanks, Ms. Sarah James, for that. Let's take this last caller into the show. Hey, welcome to the Dusty Wheel. How you doing today?
Hey, Matt. How are you? I'm good.
Melchior Talks. How you doing, man? So great. Thanks for calling in.
I'm good. Yeah.
So what's your call in about? What was the topic we brought up that you want to talk about?
I've got a relationship one, so it's a bit spoilery though.
Okay, so just a reminder, Taylor can throw up the spoiler banner for everybody. This is going to maybe be a spoilery kind of discussion. I know we've spoiled the little things here and there, but just wanted, since you called it out, we'll put that up during your call here. So go for it.
Yeah, so I think that Noel should secretly be in love with Tom, and it all sort of comes out, not just him being Jane Fastrider at the end, but that the reason he went to help Tom rescue Moraine is because if Tom wouldn't be with him, then at least he can make Tom happy with the person he actually loves, and it makes it really poignant when he dies.
Oh, wow, that's
I like
very,
that.
That's
I
very
like that a lot.
sentimental. I like that idea.
I know that's really sad, but I
Yeah.
just thought it would be, something that people wouldn't expect. And I think that they get along so well. They have such, great skills at match that I don't know. I just think it really works.
Yeah, that's a fantastic idea. I love that. What do you think about this, Recappa? Do you like this idea? Would you?
I love it. I mean, we see them together more than we see Tom and Moiraine together. So
Right,
I
exactly.
think that's great. And I mean, as much as I love Noel's final moment, I think I would add a lot to it.
Yeah, fantastic idea. Okay, Malkyr, I have to ask you this before we let you go. Where would you invest in the Fourth Age? You can't pick, at this point, the Two Rivers. It's already done. All the investments have happened in the Two Rivers, Ridian, and Amadisia. Where else do you think would make a good Fourth Age real estate investment if you could make one?
I mean, are you seriously asking? It's got to be. You got to rebuild Malkia. I mean, come on, all that land.
Oh,
just
yeah, that's good.
Like,
yeah. You're like, are you serious? At first I was like, yes, I'm serious. This is a serious question. Then I forgot Malkyr talks, right? You're going to invest in Malkyr. I love it. Oh, that's a great idea. Fantastic answer. Thank you so much. I'm glad these Sunday shows that we do enable you to kind of be awake during the show and able to call us. I've really appreciated hearing your voice on Sundays. So yeah, keep calling back in on Sundays as always. Love to hear from you, man. Have a good rest of your evening. Okay. Yep. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you to all the callers that gave us a call today. Awesome ideas and comments. Let's spin this wheel one or two more times, and then we'll shut up the show for the day. Here we go. That was a long spin on that one. Okay, so here we go. This has to do with the Wheel of Time on Prime. This is going to be a little bit more, I guess, serious of a discussion. Sacred Watt cows. Okay, so we know this is, as fans, they're going to change stuff, right? Every adaptation changes things. It's just going to happen. So are there any sacred Watt cows? We always say there's no sacred cows, but are there? Are there things that they can't drop from the show that would just ruin it for you personally? So basically, I'm trying to ask you, what is your sacred Watt cow in this when it comes to the show itself? And you can mention more than one if you want, but I'm just kind of curious where you would say, yeah, they can change a lot, but this can't change for you. And this is probably going to be a spoiler discussion. We'll throw the banner back up, Taylor, if you can just remind people, so you can go ahead and say basically anything you'd like, but. And you can try to keep it around season 1 if you want, but you basically just answer it however you're feeling. And Brian, do you got one in mind here, Gleeman?
I do.
Okay.
Actually have two, but I'll just do one for now. So the prologue, I want a prologue. I want to see it. I want to see Luz Theron. I want to see Elon. I want to see them, yakking it up in the palace, and I want to see Luz Theron disappear off and blow up and turn into Dragonmount, and I want to see all of that. If you cut it, I will be extremely disappointed. Now, it doesn't have to be like the opening sequence to the show,
right?
But I do want to see it. If you cut it, that's I'm gonna have a hard time if that gets cut.
I like it. I like the idea of the prologue definitely need to be part of the story they tell. Whether or not they tell it in season 1, season 2, whatever, it has to stay. I would say that part of the story does need to show up at some point. I agree with that. That does feel like a sacred cow that they can't really sacrifice at this point. Jay, do you have one that comes to mind from this perspective?
Yeah, this is sort of a response to some fan rumors that I've seen where people were talking about this is a spoiler. Sorry.
No, yeah, I left the banner up, so you're good.
Okay. That people think that they might cut Moiraine falling through the terangrial and the Elfin. And to me, like that has to stay. But the rumor started because they're like, Rosamund Pike, such a big star. She's such a major part of it. How could they not have her every season? But I think that's a sacred cow for me.
Yeah, that's interesting. And I agree. Like that idea of her going missing almost seems really key to a lot of other things that happen. Like Moiraine. Would you be okay though? Let me add a modification to the sacred cow. What if they killed Moiraine? Would you be okay with her actually dying at that moment? And would that still be enough for you in this regard?
No, I'm going to say no, because I think the elfin and elfin are really essential to Matt's character. And I guess they could still do it, but it wouldn't have the same effect. You'd lose Noel's role. And I think Maureen coming back at the end, I guess just as a reader, is such like an epic moment for me. Losing that, having her just dead and gone. It would change it a lot. I'm open to it, but it would be very different.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice. That'll be an interesting choice for them to make, which is, do you have this whole sequence there? Because basically everyone believes that she is dead, right? And she doesn't play as much of a role when she comes back. So yeah, it's an interesting choice. I kind of wonder what they'll do there. Yeah, that's a great one. I'm on the edge between that one. Like I could see her dying, and that'd be a really extremely tragic moment. And even I can see all of us being like, just taken by this moment of like, wait, that's not what the books say. So yeah, I love this. I love that idea. The sacred cow. That one's a good one. Recappa, do you have one that's coming to mind?
I mean, yes. The first thing that came to mind, obviously, was let Barney blow. But and this is spoiler, but just in general, Varen's entire arc. If they were, because they could take some of the things and put those on other characters. There are other ways to do it, but if we don't get Varen the way we get Varen in the books, I will be very disappointed. Yeah, all three of you brought up really great ones here that I think are really key to the story, right? Moiraine basically leaving or no longer being there, understanding the relationship between Lews Therin and Elon, and then Varen, such a pivotal role from the very beginning. Yeah, I know we say that, there's no sacred cows, but those feel like really 3 sacred cows that need to take into account, whether or not they change anything. I did see some in chat here, Lan and Daemon Dread, the fight there. I want to say, oh yeah, Malkier talks. This is funny. He said, if they cut the Dusty Wheel in from the last season, I'll consider it all worse than the final season of Game of Thrones. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, you can't cut the Dusty Wheel in. It's in Camelin. You got to stay in Camelin. And I saw someone here say, oh yeah, hashtag let Rosamund fall. I think that's a great one. That's really good. Stubble brought this one out. I think this one's good. Rand and Rodian with the Aiel history. Yeah. Like that whole concept of their history needs to, how they do it, I wonder if they will use that or use something else, but I think there definitely needs to be an understanding of that piece. So yeah, we could go on and on. I think that is a show. Maybe we'll do that in the future. For those of you watching, we'll do a sacred cow kind of show. We'll just talk about these things and what they might do, how they might change it, and what variations of these that we'd be okay with. Yeah, fantastic ideas. Thank you for all for you for being here. This was a lot of fun. Hopefully you all had a fun doing this, playing the Wheel of Game Time. It's ridiculous and absurd and just enjoyable way to spend Sunday afternoons with Wheel of Time fans. So like we said at the beginning, all 3 of these content creators have new content coming out shortly. Make sure to check the links in the description. Go try them out if you haven't, and then subscribe to them. Wonderful. There's been this whole wonderful season of content creation that's been started here, and I hope to see it continue. Looking forward to all new episodes of your shows, especially obviously Brian and I do a show together, podcast. I can't wait to talk to Taylor live or have our discussion. That's gonna be a lot of fun because Taylor plays behind the scenes, so it'll be fun to have him actually chat with us shortly. So. Again, thank you all for being here. Thanks to the callers. Thanks for those that stuck around and chat and have played along with us. That is also part of this fun. And as we say around here, good afternoon from the Dusty Wheel and smash to black.
If you want news and